Today I'm here with Angelica Ford. She is the founder of Fueled by AF, a brand that makes crave-worthy, purpose-driven snacks like protein bites, nut butters that put nutrition first while supporting community impact. Angelica built Fueled by AF around the idea that good nutrition should be inclusive and delicious with products people actually want to eat at all times. So we're going to walk through what it looks like when a brand like Fueled AF intentionally uses Amazon ad tools, the decisions they're making inside of this, and just being able to grow the visibility and performance. Now, disclaimer, this is a paid collaboration with Amazon ads. However, everything that we talk about is our opinions fully of our own. Angelica, before starting, what were as you were starting to scale, you were focused on building a product, a brand that solved an actual real issue, creating this healthier protein packed snack that also served this broader mission of inclusivity and nutrition for all. Tell us just a little bit more about what you've built.
Yeah, so starting the brand and the company, I was training for an Ironman while personal training individuals with disabilities. And I saw a gap in two markets. Number one, healthy snacking that offered higher protein and wasn't clouded with fillers. And two, individuals with disabilities were really struggling to find employment opportunity. So my world came crashing together. I started Fueled by AF 4 years ago and bringing clean, healthy products to the market while all of them are made by individuals with disabilities. And today we've built a 2,500 square foot manufacturing plant completely run by individuals with disabilities.
And when you stepped in to Amazon with Fueled by AF and started working inside Amazon ads, I know that we've worked together through this, which has been so cool, but what areas in the early days were you looking to figure out?
I think when it comes to scale, especially in consumer packaged goods, it's really hard, right? It's a very crowded space. There's a lot of options. We did a lot of grassroots building and brand recognition in our community, but it was about getting outside of our community and getting brand recognition. So launching on Amazon was a huge step for scale for us, especially in our digital footprint. So with the help of Nick and his team and Amazon ads, it's really allowed us to go nationwide, to get more attention from customers, from retailers, and other businesses.
It's the most consistent thing that I hear is people that go on Amazon end up getting more retail presence, right? Are all looking on Amazon. They're looking for the ones with the best reviews, the ones that are starting to gain traction, all of that.
Totally.
For a brand like Fueled by AF, where product story is rooted in performance, nutrition, and inclusion, the foundation inside Amazon ads is serious. It matters a lot. The way that you structure these campaigns, you choose the targeting and allocate these budgets determines what shoppers see from your snacks. So before we scale anything, the goal is always the same. We want to use these Amazon ads intentionally so that the product shows up to the shoppers who are actively searching for those purpose-driven snacks like yours, and then we optimize from there. So when the structure's tight, Amazon starts to send you signals, right? And really the biggest thing that we see is like conversion rate. As you get higher and higher conversion rate, we start to see you gain on organic and the sponsor ranking. When the structure is right, Amazon starts to send you these signals, right? And you'll see in here, as the conversion rate continues to increase, we start to gain this organic demand as well as the sponsor demand. And I can show you right here from some of their software tools, we can see maybe pecan butter, we're already seeing us ranking number one on this, and on the sponsor side, we're seeing it on this one as well. On pecan butter, we're starting to advertise more and more, and you can see that we're starting to grow in our organic ranking on this. As you structure your campaign the right way, you're going to start to see massive success, sales, growth, and all of that. And with that, I mean, I know from your side, you've seen massive success and sales and growth and all of that stuff. Do you want to just kind of speak on some of the growth that you've seen?
Yeah, I think when we started with Amazon ads and uploading our story and our video to our storefront page, I was actually shocked at how many people do read and invest into those stories more than just with the products. And I think our story has been shared across many platforms, and people can see the videos we've made and our content. And inside one of our products that we sell on Amazon, there's a hand painted card from our employees. So I think it brings like a really great touch to people knowing that, yes, you can buy us on Amazon, but we're still like a small business and helping a lot of different people.
I mean, your guys' mission, I think, is one of the coolest missions. I think even bigger than the old Tom's, buy a pair, give a pair.
Yeah.
Once we aligned everything and your ads were consistently reaching the right shoppers, what were the first shifts from you as a business owner that you started to notice with Amazon ads?
So with Amazon ads, it really touched back into our manufacturing plant right away. So right away, we started implementing new structure amongst our employees, and we actually did a reevaluation of our training program. So Amazon ads really increased our sales output. And so we had to go back to the drawing board of how we structured our plant and layouts and minute little things. And what ended up happening was we had a 30% higher output in products within 2 months of working with Amazon and Amazon ads and Nick and his team. So what that did for us was tremendous.
Yeah.
And as we're growing and building, they are watching and saying like, oh my God, like I just built an entire pallet. But then what we also started doing is having Amazon pick up on the days all of our employees were there. So that was just like an aha, eye-opening moment. And I really think momentum brings a lot of success. So after seeing Amazon's truck showing up, the ads, like everything start coming together, like their family members were now buying online and seeing what we
Yeah.
were doing. We actually had a 10% higher increase after that because now every time we go into production for Amazon days, there's a huge amount of momentum and excitement to produce for Amazon.
I remember the first time you sent me the pictures of them with the Amazon truck, just so pumped about everything. Like, wait, our product could be on that truck.
Yeah, it's a huge thing, and a lot of our employees are in group homes. So Amazon Fresh and like ordering groceries
Yeah,
from Amazon is actually how a lot of individuals in group homes receive groceries.
that's
So
cool.
they were like, "Oh my gosh, I can buy what I make at work
Yeah,
on Amazon." Like it was a big full circle moment
makes it so
for
real.
them. Yeah,
That's
it
so
was really
awesome.
cool.
One thing I always talk about over and over again is like when you get your structure right, right? And this is from the product, the brand, but then also once you get into like Amazon ads, the performance signals start to show up fast. So your
Yeah.
click through rate is higher, your conversion rate's higher. You usually start seeing these early wins that'll tell you that you are or are not on the right trajectory. Where when you go into retail, it's so hard to tell any of the data. First, they don't share anything with you, but also you can't change very quick. And so I know for us, one of the big things that we've gotten to do working together is just make these really quick changes, then it becomes predictable when we're targeting and the structures are fully aligned. Another major unlock here has been the creative. And when you look through this isn't something that we just looked at and put up just some random pictures. We know what ads are going to bring in the people. We know that the product page is where it's actually going to do the heavy lifting, and this is what actually does it. So when you look at this main image here, you can see that it's a maple pecan. You can see it from the image itself, from the words associated, and with the additional pictures right in here. When you start going through these, you start to see the main advantage of what is actually selling this product. Now, this is an incredibly good product, so that's the first thing that sells it. But then we've got to show it through the images to make sure that this is going to expedite and boost the sales within Amazon.
Yeah, I think one thing like with retail, kind of to your point, is the delay and feedback is really
Yep.
challenging. So it's really hard to pivot. And one thing I like about Amazon ads and working with you and your team is like we can take information and feedback and almost overnight change it
Oh
and
yeah.
see an effect within hours or even days.
Yeah.
One thing that is challenging at retail is, in an average grocery store, there's 2,000 to 5,000 products on a shelf. It's really overwhelming. You can't really find what you want. People aren't necessarily walking the stores like they used to. A lot of retailers are really focusing in on how brands are doing online.
Yeah.
And so to have this feedback from Amazon and showing our ad performance and what we're doing with our clicks and our turnovers, and yeah, it's been great. And I really think a lot of that data has been really supportive to our business.
If you have a piece of advice for another founder, CPG entrepreneur, whoever it may be, that's trying to grow through Amazon ads, what would that be?
I would say be patient. I think it's very quick to want to like cut out and say, oh, it's not working, and,
Yep.
dive away within the first 3 months. And I think that's very easy to do. I think you have to go in with an understanding that's going to be slower than you want,
Yep.
but you also have to be pretty agile, like very quick to respond to feedback. I
Yep.
know for us, like we're very grateful to manufacture our own product, but we got some feedback and reviews. So we made one minor change on one of our products that just changed the aesthetic of the product.
Yeah.
And that completely changed our sales output. I know I talked with other brands who are on Amazon and they're very worried about the profitability and how it'll change. And a lot of times they're not looking at the logistics of shipping in a product or like how to best package so you're not drowning in fees.
It's
So
true.
I think Amazon sales on Amazon are not only affected by your ads, but your logistics on your back end. And you have to be really patient and kind of creative. And it will feasibly come together and work, but you have to be open to it.
And when you start to spend time testing, refining, optimizing within Amazon ads or any ad platform in general, your performance is going to just improve across the board, which is exactly what's happened with Fueled by AF. And what I found, most brands, they're limited by the way that these ads work. They're limited by the structure. And so when you go through these, you want to make sure that you're creating these single keyword campaigns so that when you start to test, start to spend time deeper into it, refining it, optimizing within these Amazon ads, you're going to start to see your performance boom across the board, which is exactly what has happened with Fueled by AF.
Yeah, I agree. And I also think communication is key. Like a lot of brands want to go to the moon really fast. And I
Yep.
do partially agree with that. But like if you financially can't sustain or hold that skyrocketing performance, because not necessarily in the beginning will it be profitable, you got to
Yeah.
be transparent because it's better to have lower sales and be consistent and have a long run than skyrocket for 3 months, completely run out of cash,
Yeah,
and then you're done. That's a 3 month run right there. But I do
that's
I do
true.
think, thanks to you and your team and Amazon ads, has had a tremendous impact on our company. I think that our team has been really agile and figuring out what works best, and it's all come together.
So, Angelica, thanks so much for walking us through this journey. We're so grateful for you.
Yeah, no, thank you guys, and thank you, Nick and his team and Amazon. This has been great. We're really grateful.